First question is, who are you?
I'll let him go first because
All right,
I did this.
man. I was waiting on you to go first. I'm Elijah. My ad is plushy backpack, but like I said, I think last time I'm probably gonna change my username. That's the only reason I'm saying Elijah first because I don't think the plushy backpack name is gonna stick. I like that name, but I don't like it forever. So it's probably gonna end up switching. So I'll go by Elijah for now or Eli, either one of those.
For sure.
This is part two. I think we all know who I am.
I don't think we know who you are. Say your damn name. You ain't special. You ain't special. Say your name.
I'm still Levi Ryan.
I bet. Still the same
Still the
person.
same guy, yeah.
We're glad you're still the same person from yesterday.
Hell yeah. And if you guys haven't seen all the viewers out there, go check out part one of this interview with Levi Ryan exclusive. But this one's going to be a collective interview with Elijah here. So, can you guys explain your relationship?
So you want me to start or you want me to go first?
Yeah, you can go.
Okay. Basically, yeah, well, I don't want to cut each other off and shit. Basically how I know him, so my brother used to produce, he started producing like in high school. And he would just make beats. He probably made beats all throughout like till his senior year almost, I would say. Like without anyone actually rapping on him and shit. But he met Levi over here through one of his friends, and I don't know, they kind of started making music and shit, and they'd be over at like my parents' house. That's probably when I met him the first time. Him and my brother walked in, and played me some shit that they made. And honestly, since that day, I think I thought he was cool as fuck, and like wanted to get to know him and be friends with him. And over time, like I don't know, we kind of just evolved into like best friends, and now we collaborate on work and shit together.
I think I was saying in the last one, we all lived in San Marcos together.
Hmm.
It was me, him, Austin, our friend Kyle, our friend Noah, and yeah, he was always around while I was making music and shit. I think I mentioned it in the last video. We both went through a breakup at the same time,
Yes,
and it just
sadly.
kind of brought us a little closer. And it was, like I said, he'd always hung out around us, and we are always friends. But I think when he showed interest, like I said in the last one, I value his opinion, and so you know he really started to kind of chime in with shit, help out with shit. And he's a talented motherfucker. So
Well, yeah, cause yeah. So like I said in the last one, I'm gonna try and not say that as much like in the last one, cause that shit don't exist no more. But yeah, like throughout high school and shit, pretty much when I entered high school, like I fell in love with like the underground SoundCloud like music scene and shit. So obviously when my brother and yeah my friends like started making music and shit, I thought it was the coolest shit ever. But like I have zero musical talent. Like I can't make shit. Like I can't record nothing. But I always wanted to be involved in shit. And like I feel like I knew I had like not on some cocky shit, but like I feel like I have like decent taste or like good taste. And yeah, like I know over time we kind of just figured out that like we kind of like work good together on like shit that I don't know. It's hard to explain. Like
I think we realized.
non-musical shit. I don't know how to explain it, but it'll probably come out more in this interview. But yeah, that's kind of how
No,
our
say
friendship evolved.
I think we realized that you're you're good as fuck behind a camera.
Yes, I did realize that recently. Yes, we did. That is true. I'm like still learning that by the day that I'm decent, but yeah, that's how our relationship started, and that's where we're at right now, and we only going up.
Okay, cool. So to clarify, like you're kind of like a creative director, like you kind of put together the music videos and pictures, stuff like that. Is that right?
Yeah, so like, yeah, I feel like even that, like I said, I don't ever like to give myself too much credit, but like I don't really know what other word to use besides that one. But I mean, you can ask him too. Honestly, it kind of, I feel like it started honestly before the music videos. It wasn't really as like it wasn't really anything I could really attach. I don't know how to explain it, but it's kind of hard to pinpoint. But like, I bet if you go look at his Instagram and shit over time, you can pinpoint probably like when he's talking about when we broke when we both went through our breakups and we're like he was sleeping on my couch and shit and we were hanging out all the fucking time. Like I bet you can look through Instagram and see the fucking aesthetics and shit like gradually kind of come together into like a solid thing. And I mean if you go I bet if you go to my Instagram and go to his like side by side, you can kind of fucking see like it's the same shit. But yeah, I guess you could say creative director. Like I mean he'll play me songs and shit too. I mean I tell him everything. Anything he's working on, like I'll give him my input and like, my honest input. I don't ever tell him shit that's like not true. Like if he plays me something and I think it's boring or trash, like I'm gonna tell him. You know what I mean? But that's very rare. It's always usually pretty fucking good. But yeah.
That's why I said in the first part, I was like, he's kind of like my personal. He started like kind of like my personal Rick Rubin, just bouncing ideas off of him. But now when we do videos and shit, I'd say it's like 50-50. We're just bouncing ideas
Yeah.
off each other as far as the direction, the look, the inspiration. We're always kind of on the same page, and so. And another thing I hit on, you know, and when we had our first conversation is, like he just said, like get like having a fucking yes man around you is one of the fucking worst things you can do. You got to have
Yeah.
someone who's invested in is going to give you, good input. But yeah, now in 2024, because this was a few years ago, but now it's like yeah, when we do videos, pictures, merch, everything, it's like 50-50 out, outside of the music. So
Yeah, no, I stand by that. Like what he said, like I think having a yes man, especially if you're trying to do anything creative, is like one of the worst things you can have by you. I mean, like I bet if someone was recording us, like while we're either making a video or designing that merch or fucking anything, yeah, there's points where we're like just damn near arguing at each other, you know. But like that's how the best shit comes out, you know. You gotta just be honest with each other. Like you guys can like he'll be wanting to do a certain shot or some shit, and I'm like, bro, like I already know it's not gonna work, not gonna work. Like I know it's not gonna look good and shit, and he'll fucking I don't know after he finally gets it, because I'll still record it. Like I'm saying, I always like to try everything. It might look good, but now he'll put it on the computer and be like, "You're right, this should look like trash." But yeah, fuck yes man. Never would do that shit. I'm not gonna lie to my friends.
Wow. So you guys are
Not
pretty
gonna let them
honest.
embarrass.
You guys are honest with each other. What it sounds like.
Well, yeah. So yeah, I mean, I don't. I will not let him embarrass himself. Number one, or put out some shit like trash. And especially like if it's a video, like if my name's attached to it, like no, like I don't care. It ain't happening. Like I told him a few times if we have certain ideas for shit, like especially the last few videos, and they kind of just come out the way we've like envisioned, you know. But like I was telling him if we got back home, put on the computer, and start editing, and it didn't look like how he wanted to, like I'd probably want to scrap the idea and work on something else, or start from the fucking drawing board. But yeah, no bullshit.
Okay, cool. So let's rewind the clock. Like, what was the first project you guys worked on together?
I'm trying to think here.
was it
Remember
Batman?
no, the
I
first,
think that was the first one
the
we
first,
really kind of sunk our
nah.
teeth into, though.
Well, if you want to, the first project we ever worked on, technically, I made a cover art for him for an old ass song
Wait, what fucking song was that?
for porn MP3. I did the cover.
Oh,
So technically, that was the first shit I ever did. He had a song a long ass time ago where I did a cover art for it. But like the
I don't
first
even
actual
remember
project that we worked on would have probably been the Gigi video.
that. Was that before Valiant?
Yeah, Gigi was that one and Sucker Punch was before Valiant.
Oh,
So
then yeah, it was
yeah, the
definitely
Gigi
GG
video was the
video.
first thing we definitely worked on. It was like a kind of creative project. I remember we went to Target and bought like like this shitty little fucking it's like
I
a
have
Polaroid.
I have that camera actually.
Yeah, I
Right
mean
here.
it's honestly it ain't
There it
that
is.
bad. I'm not gonna lie, for like 20 or 30 bucks. I think it might have been 30 bucks. If you know what you're doing, it's really not that bad. Like yeah, I don't know. It's
Yeah,
better than using an iPhone. I'll tell you that much.
yeah,
In my
definitely better than
opinion.
iPhone. It's kind of like that dog shit, like home video kind of look, but it's
Yeah,
it's
but
cool.
it's 30 bucks. Like it's yeah.
It's
But yeah,
definitely not the Fuji though.
and that's
But
what I say. I don't know how like I didn't know or want to do this shit sooner, like videos, because like I remember doing when we did the first few videos, like I had fun, like a shit ton of fun. He'd be like I said, it'd be when he would be staying on my couch, we just get fucked up and like do that, and I don't know, he would leave and I go back to school and do my regular shit, and I don't know, I was always just like bored as fuck, and it wasn't what I wanted to do, but I don't know why we didn't pick it up sooner. But like I'm glad that we picked it up when we did again, like with the Purple Heart Lane video and shit, because I don't know, probably wouldn't have turned out like it is right now, to be honest. And I really like where we're at.
Cool. So, can you describe like your style or like the aesthetic that you're going for on your videos? Does it change between each one? How does that go?
I think sorry,
No, you go first.
I was gonna say I think the special thing that we got is we have a lot of similar interests, and so we pull inspiration from a lot of the same shit. We're both super into movies and film, and especially like old horror movies, old exploitation shit. Um, so it comes easy because we're like I said, we're kind of always on the same page with shit. I think we both have kind of this desire, I guess, to kind of push the boundary, uh, and kind of provoke people and make people think and make people question what they're looking at. Um, but yeah, would you say we have
I would,
a lot of similar
yeah, I would say like it's hard.
interests?
I mean, definitely because I think you had said, do we go for a different vibe each time with the videos? Like, I think we definitely done that the last 3 times. Each video, I mean, it's the Mensa Hurt one and the Purple Heart Lane one. They kind of look similar in terms of like the camera because we use the same lens and shit. But I think both of those are still drastically different. Like you can tell like the aesthetics different, but the camera and shit's kind of it's still cohesive. Like you can watch both and you can tell that it's like made by the same people, you know. And the Can You Drive one, you know, obviously is completely different aesthetics wise, shots wise, all that shit. And I think for the future, definitely want to keep the same thing. Like I want the videos to kind of like I want each one to have their own like individual character, you know. But I still want it all together when you look at it all, like it's to fit in the same aesthetic. And I think we're doing that. Like he's saying, it's real easy like for us because like he's saying we're into the same shit, and it's like it's weird because it's literally like a lot of the exact same shit, you know. So it's like when I'm going back to the whole not a yes man thing, a lot of the times like we're already on kind of the same page, you know. It's just like slightly different parts of the page, you know. So it's kind of got to come together, but it's really not that hard. But I was talking to him earlier too, like where we're at right now. Like it kind of comes easy. I explain to some people like how to get to this point, but like yeah, when I think back, like it wasn't easy getting to where we're at right now. Like I really don't know what all it took and shit, but like as I'm saying, where we're at right now, it just feels like everything's like so fluid, you know, and we're always on the same page. But it was not always like that shit for sure. It definitely was. Like you said, like I knew him. I've known him for like 5 years now, probably. And we've really only like we've been like probably I'd say best friends, good friends for like the last probably since 2021, you know.
Yeah,
But like
3 years now.
it's been like I really only call it like probably less than a year or a year since we've really started doing this shit together, you know. But yeah, it's definitely there's effort put into making the aesthetic like fit together. I was telling him too, there's a lot of small things I don't think people think about, like even something as simple as like keeping a lot of our pictures with like the green tint or some shit like that. It just pulls everything together when you look at it. Like when I look at an artist or when I see an artist and like each one of their music videos, it's like I mean, number one, it's hard because they're all shot by a different person because they might not have a videographer or something, right? But like when you see all these videos, they look drastically different. The posts look different. Like I don't know, it just doesn't pull you in the same as when you see like an artist. I feel like that has a complete package to where it's like the music, the Instagram, the videos, everything's like feels like the same, you know. And it's gonna continue like that with the merch, you know. Everything we do, like I want it to feel like it's all part of one thing. You know, it's like a whole image. It's not just music and then here's a video for one song and then here's a video for another song. I want everything to be together. And he's the same way.
I was gonna say, backtracking just a little bit. Not only do we pull from similar inspirations and have a lot of similar interests, but the things that we are interested in and that we pull inspiration from are very niche, very obscure. Like I said, a lot of old horror, a lot of old exploitation, like 60s, 70s exploitation. I just think it's crazy so that we both have this just insane passion for like old
Yeah,
weird horror and exploitation
and
shit.
like I think it's weird too because like I mean I feel like most people and like shit maybe I'm being like I say a little too cocky here but like yeah if we're watching an old like movie from the 30s or some shit the 40s or even an old horror movie like some cheesy shit from the 80s or even the 50s you know like I don't know whenever we're pulling our inspiration and looking at this like the movies and shit and getting it it's not like we're on it's more like looking at the shots looking at the way everything looks not necessarily what's in the shots and shit like that's important too you know but it's not like I'm gonna watch Dracula and then try and make some vampire like shit in the castle and stuff like that. Honestly, if we watch it, I bet we'd sit there and be watching the shots, the camera angles. Is the camera steady, like still, shit like that. Like we want to
Yeah.
capture like the look of the movie, like from the 30s, not necessarily what's going on in the movie, if that makes sense. But I feel like other people might watch like some horror shit and then go grab some fake blood and throw it on something and shoot it in the dark, try and make it look spooky. Like I don't know, it's like the way we look at shit is different. I feel like the way I look at shit is definitely different than a lot of people look at shit. But I didn't realize it was like that, you know, until like I'm saying, I've talked to other people and shit, you know, and just don't think the same way.
Yeah, and kind of like with the Can You Drive video that we just did, the two big inspirations for that was Vampire, which was no, 1930,
It's not, yeah, 30
32.
something.
I think it's 32, and
Yeah,
then a movie called Dark Passage from 1948.
yeah,
And the day that we were gearing up to shoot that, or the day before, we were just watching those movies, and like like he said, we would not really look at what's going on with the plot or what props are in the shot, but kind of how they would use the camera in that era. Like if you go watch a movie from the 30s or the 40s, um, a lot of the times the camera is very static. It doesn't move a lot, or if it is moving, we'll have it on. They'll have it on like a dolly, which you've been
See,
he's been
this is what I was
he's been bitching at me to go get one
nah
of those fucking
because
dollies.
because it's like it's something that I mean, say you're watching a movie or some shit, and it's like when you're watching like the screen move or some shit, you don't really like actually think about. I mean, most people don't fucking think about that shit, and you're just watching a damn movie. But like, yeah, like when they have those cameras and shit, it's like on wheels. It's like you don't see it's any kind of like a like say if I was holding the camera in my hand and I was walking to the left, you would see me like bobbing up and down and like the shakiness of that shit. Yeah, he was trying to get me to do a certain shot where I was like walking with the camera, and I was like, no, like number one, because a lot of our shots in there were still shots, you know, and it's like if it goes from these still like real steady shots to me just visibly shaking and shit, it's gonna look real amateur, you know. But that's what I'm telling him. I want a fucking dolly, like a tripod on wheels. So like
Yeah, I don't
we
know
can
exactly
move
what
that.
they're called, but
I don't know what it's called either, but it's basically a tripod on wheels. So like you can move the camera and it's fucking steady. Like as I'm saying, like small shit is keeping the camera steady. Goes a long fucking way. Like it really fucking does. And like every time we do a video, like we learn new shit and it's like apply it to the next video. It's like each one is like it's just gonna get better and better. Like honestly,
yeah.
I'm like excited. I'm like everything. Looking in the future, I'm just real excited. Honestly, I really am. Looking like working on projects and shit with him. I'm real excited for anything.
I'm gonna say the last thing I'm gonna touch on with that Can You Drive video. The other thing that we looked at was we would look at the technical specifications that they used for those movies, like what lenses, what like for Vampire, for example, what aspect ratio it was in, and not only that, but also the frames per second that the camera was shooting in. So I think it was 1 to 1.91. I think it
Yeah,
was the aspect
yeah,
ratio
something weird like that.
for Vampire. So we put the King Drive video in that exact aspect ratio. And I think it was 24 frames a second, but I think we actually dropped it to 16 frames a second. I could be wrong. Do you remember if it was 16 or 24? It was one of the two, but
It
we
was one of
dropped
the two. It
it.
might have been 16 to be honest. I really
It
don't
was really
remember.
low, but we wanted it to be as what's the word? Like accurate
Yeah, to the time, I
as
guess.
genuine, yeah, to like something from the 30s. So, yeah, just having someone who shares that same passion for just for film and for for old weird shit like that is really cool to have. So
Yeah, and I feel like last thing I'm gonna say, this kind of applies to other shit too, but it's like, yeah, finding someone that shares the same vision as you like that creatively, I think is rare, and I feel like you can ask him like finding someone that literally has the same passion to like make this shit work is fucking hard. Like you can ask him most of the time, especially recently, if he's asking me to do shit or we're trying to work on shit, I'm like down here or he's up here as literally as quick as we can both be together. Like we really have not been like wasting any time recently. But like even if you find someone that's on the same creative page, it's like it might be hard to find someone with the same motivation or same drive. But like I feel like right now we're just like so in tune. It's kind of crazy.
Hell yeah. So this question's for Levi. When you're writing your songs or you making your songs, are you thinking about how you're going to present it, like in a music video or any other type of media?
um, it's sometimes yes, sometimes no. Like I'll talk to Elijah a lot when I'm working on a song. Like if I have a few songs I'm working on, sometimes we'll know beforehand that this is one that we want to do a video for, and if we're gonna do a video for a song, I'll try to not add like a super long outro to it or a super long intro. That way the video can be, not 4 or 5 minutes long. Because
Mm,
I mean, Elijah will tell you. I mean, when it comes to the videos that we make, I mean, just editing 10 fucking seconds of a video take
yeah,
like a few hours. So every time you tack on just 10, 20, 30 seconds to a song, that's like what 8 hours
it's
more of editing
it's
that you
so
got to
much.
throw on there.
It's so
So
much time. Yeah, like
um, so not to a huge extent, no, but in some cases, yeah, I will have that in mind when I'm working on music. Um, so I guess, yeah.
yeah. What I'm gonna say, 'cause I was kind of not gonna speak up. But I was like, I feel like yeah, you haven't really ever, at least in my opinion, or you haven't told me. like for any of the songs we did videos for recently, I mean, granted they were all older songs, but I feel like you would have mentioned it probably to me at least a little bit if you had like a strong idea for a video when you were making a song. But I feel like, and I could be wrong, but I feel like it might change like now, you know, like a little bit. Because we've only, like I'm saying, we only recently started this shit. Really started doing videos like real crazy. So I feel like future songs you record or some shit, you might like have, you know, more of a desire or like a kind of getting a vision. But I feel like it would be like after you record it, you know, not like while you're recording it, I guess. But
Yeah.
yeah, I like, I mean, I know my headspace wasn't really on fucking videos before we started, so I don't know if yours was or not. But yeah, a lot of the songs we done videos were older songs, like he's saying.
Well, like for Purple Heart Lane, when we did that video,
That.
the song the song, like if you listen to it on SoundCloud or Spotify, the song has like this outro that's about, it's like 30 seconds after the last hook. And when we did the video, I cut out that outro so we didn't have to edit 30 more seconds of video, and because it was already at like 2.5 minutes or something, and I was just like, you know. So yeah, to answer that question though, not to a huge extent, but in some small cases, yeah, I will kind of have that in mind.
What I want to say too, kind of touching on what he was talking about, man, I definitely gained like a huge like fucking respect for anyone that does videos or edits videos. Yeah, I did not realize how much fucking tedious work is involved with that shit. Like, I feel like a lot of people do not realize it unless they've like attempted it themselves or they actually fucking work on stuff. Like, nah, using Premiere especially is a bitch, bro. Like, we be getting frustrated, want to break the damn computer half the time. But yeah, we getting better and better. But like, I think we spent probably 30 hours on that Purple Heart Lane video.
It's
And I
30
bet
hours straight
I bet if we
also.
did that, yeah, I bet if we did it now though, like today, it would probably be less than 30. Cause like a lot of time was spent fucking around with Premiere. I think a probably good 2 hours of time was spent just bullshitting with Premiere.
More than 2 hours.
Yeah.
It kind of just, yeah, we weren't as efficient, but no, like when we were making that video, we would, you know, we'd be in the middle of editing it, and then we'd kind of take a break, and we'd come back and we'd edit for like what 3-4 hours, and then take a step back and be like, all right, how much did we get?
Yeah.
And it was like
10 seconds or
yeah,
some
like
bullshit.
7 seconds,
Yeah.
or 8 seconds, or some
Yeah.
shit.
Hell yeah. Okay, so this question's for you, Elijah. So when you're listening to music, either like released or unreleased, are you already envisioning like a video or like picture cover art, or are you waiting for Levi to give you like an input?
Honestly, like I'm saying, as of recently, like since I've like realized I want to do videos and shit more, yes, it's been like that. But a year ago, no, to be honest. But like there's a certain song that he's, you know, sent me that's unreleased, and like I was telling him about it today, like yeah, I have like a, oh shit, hold up, there's an animal coming in here. I think, never mind, the door is open. There's a ghost in Levi's house. Um, yeah, like recently, I feel like it's like that. Like there's certain songs that I hear, and I'm like, I feel like my head is just rushing to like video ideas, like if there's any, you know. Some of them like, yeah, I can't really think of anything. Others like I'll hear a song once, and I'm like, yeah, I can see a picture in my head, you know. But yeah, I would say as of right now, yes. But a year ago, no.
Well,
Gotcha.
another thing, so on top of that, the last, what, two or three, Purple Heart Lane, Meant to Hurt, and Can You Drive, the last three that we did, all of the ideas, the shots, the aesthetic was really, like I said, 50-50 as far as directing and ideas. But the next video that we're doing, I think I already mentioned it. We're doing a video for Binary
Yeah.
Code. And yeah, Elijah's directing that one 100%. So I'm giving him full control of that video. So
Yeah, like I've been telling him, or we've been talking about, like I feel like the three videos that we have done recently, we kind of set like these, what do I call it? Like handicaps for us almost, you know. But like they weren't like, they were in our control, you know. Technically, we could have not had them, you know. Like the Purple Heart Lane one, we just went to a fucking parking garage and like try to make something as quick as possible, so we could put it on Astari's channel. And honestly, I think we got lucky that it came out half decent, bro. To be honest with you, the Meant to Hurt one, I'm still really proud of that video. I will always be proud of that video. But we were still stuck in a fucking motel room. You know what I mean? Like there was not shit in Arkansas that we could go to that would look cool. Like especially where we were staying. You know, but if we were able to make that shit look cool as fuck, you know, like in the Can You Drive one, like he's saying, he already had like an idea, like a storyboard for the video. There were certain locations and certain shit that we like had to go to, you know, for it to make sense. But like this next one is gonna be the first one that we're really like completely just open to doing like whatever the fuck we want. but it's like these are like limitations that we almost like set for ourselves, you know. So that's why I'm like really excited to see what the fuck we come up with. Like I know it's gonna be cool as fuck, but I'm really excited to just kind of like you're saying, go loose or get let loose. I don't know how to explain it, but the next video is gonna look really fucking cool. Like I know for a fact he knows it's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, the next one's gonna have it's gonna have a budget and it's gonna have props and
Yep.
we're gonna go
Yeah, that's the thing.
the
Yeah,
whole
yeah.
the whole
What
9 yards with it. Yeah.
see like I like VFX and visual effects and videos and shit for certain parts, and there's definitely things and videos in the future that I think that we're gonna need VFX for. You know, I don't necessarily like all the 3D effects or littering a video with effects. You know, to like make it look cool or some shit. You know, like I'm saying, it's kind of comes back to like how we're into older movies or shit. Honestly, a lot of shit pre CGI. You know, which probably sound like a neckbeard talking right now, but I like the physical like effects or props or shit like that. Like I want to include a lot of shit like that in our videos. You know, I don't know. I don't really know a whole lot of people in the underground scene, honestly, that are like doing that shit right now. Like, I really don't. Even if there is people doing it, it's like it might be for one video and they had that certain studio or team working with them. But yeah, this next one, it's gonna have props and it's gonna have props that a lot of people probably can't get their hands on. I'll say that much. You know, that's what I say. It's not necessarily just about like using the props. It's I want to have shit that no one can have. You know, and I think this next video 100% gonna be like that.
Yeah, I agree. I'm not a big fan of the CGI, and yeah, they definitely use it as like kind of a crutch to elevate the video. Whereas, like he was saying, using, having good camera work, having good angles, good lighting, having a solid idea from the get go, and something that we were talking about earlier. Also, this is a little off topic, but kind of having a reason for the video to exist. Have the video tell a story, not just have it be there to be there,
Yeah.
So
So yeah, to go off that, one things, and I'm sure, I'm sure in the future, like, cause I'm probably gonna end up working obviously with another artist, even for a video. Like I want to, if I'm not with him all the time, like I want to, especially right now, like I want to work on shit as much as I can so I can like perfect my craft almost in a way, So I'm sure I'm gonna end up doing a video for someone down the line, right? So I'm probably gonna eat my words on this shit because it might happen. But like videos where it's just people lip syncing the song and shit, I'm not the biggest fan of. You know what I mean? And so I'm gonna probably eat my words because I guarantee it's gonna be someone down the line where I do a video for them that still looks cool. Keep in mind, it's still gonna look cool, but it might not be a whole story driven shit with props, But yeah, like I feel like a lot of people are just doing videos like you're saying with no meaning and shit, where it's like it's just the same shit, lip syncing with a good camera or like cool fucking like effects and shit scattered in. But like I don't know, I'm tired of seeing that shit. Honestly, like to be completely honest, like if I turn on and it's that, I'm probably gonna turn off within like 10 seconds. Like I want to see I want to see something cool. I want to see something that grabs my attention, and I have not been seeing that. So we're just gonna do it, I guess.
Yeah.
Gonna make it happen.
And something that it means something.
Yep.
Like the Purple Heart Lane, Meant to Hurt, and Can You Drive all had a certain message that we were kind of pushing with the videos. So.
Yeah, and I feel like I want it to be. I think he's definitely gonna agree. Like I want it to be a message to where it's not just fucking like written right in front of your face. I kind of want it to be like, if you know what's going on and shit, you get the idea. You might have to look into it to get it, but like I want it to. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's kind of corny sometimes when people have to spell out the message for you. I don't want it to be like that, but I do want the message to be in the video. But I kind of want it to be almost like a hidden message, but
yeah.
Not like some cryptic shit either, you know what I mean?
Well, it's very much the same with my music. My music can be very cryptic. I think people that listen to my music kind of realize that. I don't like the same thing with music. I don't like putting shit. I don't like it on the nose. I don't like it in your face. A lot of the things that I talk about are a little cryptic and a little subliminal.
Yeah, and I mean, I feel like it's like you're saying with music-wise, like, I mean, most people think a lot of like lyrical rappers or shit are corny, because they fucking spell out shit in your face, and a lot of times they act like they're better than you because they're smarter or some shit because they're talking about this shit, but like it comes off as corny. And then I also feel like other people are scared to talk about shit in their music because they think it's gonna come off as corny, but like I don't know, he does it like the right way, and it's definitely not an easy thing to do at all, I don't think. Because like, yeah, you're saying you could listen to his music, even read the lyrics, you might not know what the fuck he's talking about or what's going on. If you like read into it and look in a little deeper, you realize he's actually saying some shit, But I think it's cooler when, like you're saying, it's not just spelled out right in front of you,
For sure. So when you're making a music video, is there like two messages, like the one from the song and then the one from the video, or are they kind of the same message? Would you say?
So usually, I mean, I think we kind of, at least in my opinion, try to incorporate the message from the song to the video. Because like I'm saying, like I want the video to have meaning, you know, and like I feel weird like if the song, like if there's a visual for the song that just didn't go with it, I don't know, it'd be weird, you know, and I'm real try hard about like shit being cohesive, you know, even with like having the same color, you know. So I want the song to kind of match the video, like even if not like, because I was talking to him about this shit too earlier. Even if it doesn't match it lyrically, like the sound of the song needs to match like the visual of what the fuck's going on. You know what I mean? So yes, definitely, I think that we try and make the visuals match the songs.
For sure. Okay, so let's you don't have to tell me too much, but I think you've got some projects in the work. Can you speak on what projects you're working on?
So in terms of videos or art, like anything besides music,
We have the binary code
so I was
video
gonna
that we're
say
working on.
that, or we can show the merch shit too. That's technically something
Yeah,
before that.
Save
what
the
he-
merch for
I think-
later.
Okay, set it for later. Okay, bet.
I think
Yeah.
what he's hinting at is the short film we mentioned. Is that what you're hitting at here?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
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 Okay, so yeah, now we definitely. I mean, yeah, I guess to say it, yeah, we want to make a short film, like really fucking bad. And yeah, it's gonna be like a passion project. Like, there's no like nothing driving us to do that other than like just want to do it. You know, it's not just obviously no fucking money involved. We don't really. I mean, sure, if it gets recognition or some shit, I'll be surprised and I'll be happy. But like, that's definitely not the reason why the fuck we're making it. Like, I think it'd be really fucking fun. I think I'll learn a lot of shit from it. But yeah, we're definitely working on that. It's gonna happen. I would say, I want to say right now, by the end of this year, I want to at least
Yeah, definitely
start
this
on
year,
it. If
yeah.
not, it's done. I want to at least have it like in the works. Like besides an idea, you know, I want to like actually start working on shit for it. But it's definitely happening. Like it's not a question. It's of like if it's happening, it's more just when.
Yeah, and it's gonna be completely unrelated to music. It's gonna be its own thing.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a separate thing. I think the Kenny Drive video was kind of, I was telling him, was kind of a little bit of stepping our toe into that, kind of getting practice, making something look like a movie, and then
Yeah.
the binary code video will definitely be some more practice trying to make something like a movie. But yeah, hopefully this year. Yeah, I would like to hop on it.
Yeah, no, I'm saying for sure I'm gonna make a start on it this year. I don't want to say it's gonna come out this year because time moves pretty fucking quick, and it might be the end of the damn year before I know it, and we haven't even
Yeah.
started. But I want to at least actually go beyond the thought process or idea process, like maybe making props or actually getting locations and shit. But yeah, it's gonna happen.
We got a whole album that's coming out that we're gonna be doing videos
That's
for
what
too.
I'm saying.
So,
I
yeah.
know time's gonna shoot the fuck by, but no, it's gonna happen. 100%. I'm excited for that too.
Hell yeah. So you got the binary code, short film, some more music videos in the works. Are you working on any other projects? Like, oh, I had another question, but yeah, answer that question first.
Any other projects? Is there anything else we're working on right now?
No, but I mean, honestly, like even on my drive up here, I was like, I've been thinking about this recently. I want to start doing something like if you're not here, some shit, you know, or not with me, like I want to start working on something solo, like I can do with a camera, like maybe random short films or like shit that just looks cool. I don't know how to explain it, but like I don't know. I want to start some kind of solo project that I can do that would just honestly give me more experience. Like I'm really just trying to build my craft or work on my craft. I mean, it sounds stupid, but yeah, I want to start some kind of solo project that I can do in my free time. If I got nothing else to do, but I'm like still trying to be productive. You know what I mean?
For sure. So this is the question I was gonna ask. Do you have like a lot of unused or like behind the scenes type footage?
Yes. I mean, there's a whole lot of
Well,
shit.
kinda,
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's like kind of, it's like, there's a whole lot of shit that doesn't end up in the videos. So like, yeah, I'm sure he's got files of all the, like from every video we do. Not every shot, there's a whole lot of shit that doesn't get used, you know? But there's not, I wouldn't say a whole lot of like maybe B-roll or like fucking
No,
extra
not a whole-
footage. It's mainly just shots that we didn't end up using because they didn't turn out good. But technically, to answer your question, yes. But like,
I mean, when we
it don't get much more interesting than that, to be honest.
when we shoot, we kind of hit record, get the shot, and stop recording. We don't
Yeah,
really
that's
let
what I'm
it
saying.
let
It
it
would
roll.
be it'd be a shot that we didn't use, you know, or had an idea for and didn't use. But maybe it's interesting to some people. But yeah, it don't get much more than that.
And then as far as like documenting other shit, like making music, we haven't really done a whole lot of that. No.
Yeah, no. I mean, I don't really like. I don't know. I don't really have like a passion or desire to do that. I feel like I don't know. I know it's cool. I think it's cool to like watch. You know, I mean, like I watch documentaries or shit of other artists. You know, but like me personally, I don't know. I don't really. Not that. Not. I mean,
I
I'm
think
not here when
we
you're
just
recording music either. So it's like it's.
I think we just got other
Yeah.
priorities than
It's
that.
just not a focus.
Okay. So I want to talk about the merch, but I think the audience should know a little bit about you, Elijah. You have a history in fashion, right? Can you explain that what that's
I'm gonna,
about?
So
I'm gonna grab some beers while you answer
yeah,
this.
tell me one too. So yeah, honestly, like it would have been probably. Hold up, I'm gonna let him scooch by. Middle school was like when it started. I would say. I got into like I'm sure there's so many fucking people that had the same story, but like I got into basketball shoes in middle school, and that was like the coolest shit to me, and that just kind of evolved over time into like I don't know, like damn, I'm not about to rhyme this shit, but like a passion for what the fuck I was wearing or like an interest in fashion, you know. It just evolved, and I feel like it wasn't until I got to college, and even like when I was, like my parents were always pushing me to go to college, you know, and I really didn't know what the fuck I wanted to do. So I don't know what I would do besides going to college, like at the time, but the only thing I could latch on to, I'd look at like all the majors and shit. The only thing I'm like, okay, there's fashion merchandising, like I like clothes. I guess I'll do this, you know, and see where it ends up, you know. And time goes pretty fucking quick, you know. Like I'm already about to be almost done with college, but like as of right now, I feel like I've learned and experienced a lot of like the fashion community or people that are into clothes. It's really just like I mean, it sucks, but people will say it's not about how much money you have or some shit. Like you can thrift and do all this cool shit, but like it's really just a big ass like bragging contest, you know? Like it's like there's not really I don't see like a whole future or like a life in that, you know? Like I'll always care about what the fuck I'm wearing, you know? Like it's once it's in your head, it's like hard to get out, you know? It's like I'm always gonna care about what I'm wearing. I won't probably ever be seen in public, you know, wearing some stupid shit. But like
Okay.
I don't have like a I don't have like a like yeah, it went like I'm saying doing the videos and shit, like I don't know, it's like it's I feel like it's engaging and I feel like I'm actually doing something, you know, and it might spark shit in other people. You just wanting to fucking get money and buy clothes and I don't know, be a buyer or like a fucking merchandiser for some retail company. No, I would be miserable, like straight up. But so yeah, working on like merch and shit, you know, obviously there's been plenty of times in high school. Me and one of my friends, it's actually both of our friends, we had started like a tiny clothing brand. It's like it didn't go nowhere. It didn't go fucking anywhere. But we did end up printing shirts, but it was trash. It didn't go anywhere. I've always fucked around on Photoshop, and
No,
try to come up
I
with
actually still
designs and
have one of
shit.
those shirts. It's one of my favorite fucking shirts.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't know
probably
what the
the
fuck
same
he's
shit.
talking
It's
about.
the same shit with him, like in his music. There's a lot of shit that he's like to him was a throwaway, and I'm like, this some crazy shit. Like I fuck with this a lot, you know. But I always was making designs for shirts and shit. I didn't ever make anything. Like I'd say like for the last like 4 years, I probably definitely tapered off. But like 2020, 2021, 2022, I definitely have a shit ton of designs for shirts that I made that I didn't never like. I never actually made them, you know. But merch wise, yeah, like I'm saying, it goes back to even if I'm not as passionate about clothes and shit anymore, I'm not gonna be out in some bullshit. I won't let him be out in some bullshit, much less sell some bullshit. I don't want if it's repping like his name, and I'm attached to it too. Number one, I don't want it to be some shit, you know. So yeah, we were working on some merch. Like I'm saying, it's not the craziest design ever, but I think it's still a really cool design. It's like a classic, timeless design. And I want to do, like I said, we're gonna make a really cool promo. It's either gonna be a video or like a photo shoot. I don't know what yet. I feel like I'm saying a shit ton right now. But when I get the camera in my hands,
Okay.
sometimes I kind of just pick it up, bro. Like I don't know how to explain it, but the vision will come to me, and I feel like it's what's gonna happen with the shirts. Like once we get them all printed, because we're gonna grind the fuck out of that. Like tomorrow, I'm just gonna be printing t-shirts, probably in a garage. But after that, I want to make some crazy ass promotion for it because a lot of the time, like when you're wearing shit or buying merch, number one, it's like there's some people that'll buy the shirt just because they think it's cool, you know, or the graphics cool. But honestly, when I think about it, a lot of artists that I like, I would buy their shit just because I was such a big fan. Like if the graphic is decent, it's not like some just horrible design. Like I'm probably gonna buy it to support them, and I like wearing it knowing that it supports that artist. You know, or that it's like got a certain aesthetic. So if we have the right video or promotional campaign with it, and like it looks cool enough. Like I don't know, I feel like people are gonna want to wear it because they like the aesthetic or they like supporting him as an artist. But it's also gonna be something that's it's cool. Like it's not nothing stupid. It's not just text on a shirt. It's text on a shirt, but it's not just impact bold black font that says some stupid shit. You know what I mean? Like
Comic
you've seen it.
Sans. Comic
Yes,
Sans.
bro. You've seen this shit the last 2 years now, and it's the laziest shit you can do. I don't know how people are still trying to do it, but I hate that shit. Like no. No, 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 no. But yeah, we can show you the screen if you want a little preview of it. We do have it sitting here if you would like to see.
The exclusive.
So,
Always right.
Ooh.
Like this, yeah.
so yeah,
You can-
basically
It's kind of hard to see, but
one of my favorite. Before I put it back, one of my favorite like of all time. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people agree because it's a timeless fucking design, like a college font, like on a t-shirt or hoodie. I mean, you can't go wrong. In my opinion, you really can't go wrong. Like I'm saying, this is our first kind of step back into the merch like game, I guess you could say. I mean, he's put out merch before 2 times now. One time, way fucking early on. When you put out your first album ever, at least when I knew you, not your first album ever, I guess, but when he's working with my brother, and then when he dropped that Operation Wonder and Soul, he put out shirts last year, I believe. It's probably been about a year now, but
it was like
I didn't help with
6
those at all.
months ago.
This I helped with, but yeah, it's like a basic kind of graphic college font, but it's like I'm saying, it's timeless.
It's kind of hard to see.
I'm trying to yeah, it's in the camera. So yeah, it says Operation Wonder and Soul. Here, I'm gonna move it closer. Let's see. There you go. That's as close as you're getting. Let me scooch it over. Yep. There you go. It's gonna be that, but like I'm saying, it's some shit that I feel like
Here, let me see.
everyone can wear. You know, it's not like, I mean, just certain artists. I ain't gonna name names, bro, but like you might buy the shirt just to support them, but you're not gonna be seen in public wearing that thing, bro, because no matter how much you love them, that shit is trash, and you're not gonna wear that shit in public, and it's gonna sit in your closet for fucking ever. Bro, you might at least wear that shit to bed, bro, or wear it to the fucking grocery store. Like, I was saying, I want shit that people can actually wear. Like, I don't know. That's mainly was my go around, but I also want it to be cool. And like I'm saying, it's gonna tie in with the videos and promotional shit. It's not. It goes beyond just the shirt, you know. Because like I said, how I wanted the videos, the music, everything, like all the aesthetics. I want everything to be pulled together into one thing. It represents all of that. Is what it's gonna do.
Sweet. So, question for Levi: how important is it having like merch or any other promotional material to promoting your music? What do you think?
I mean, having promotional shit is kind of like essential to being an artist nowadays. But I enjoy making the merch. When we were doing it, I'm not as into fashion as he is, but I definitely have a sense of style, and so I making the design was a lot of fun, and we're gonna be printing them here at home. So
Yep.
as tedious as it's gonna be, I think it'll
I think it's gonna
also
be fun doing
it'll be
it.
kind of fun
Yeah.
too. Yeah, and it's also it's kind of a good skill to learn printing the shit here at home. So
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I genuinely enjoy the process of like all of this shit, you know. But I feel like like I'm saying, I always thought like being an artist or being like a fucking underground artist, like a rapper or some shit, like was like the coolest shit ever. You know what I mean? So obviously, like I said, I don't make music, but videos, hand printing the fucking merch and shit. That sounds like fun to me. Like I would drive 3 hours down here to fucking hand print 50 shirts. You know,
you
like
just did
that's
drop.
that's what I'm saying.
Shit.
That shit's fun to me. Like I would do that. You know. But this is also a potential too. I think we're definitely gonna end up doing CDs pretty soon too. I was telling him I think a lot of people, I mean us too in particular, like we fucking love like physical media. I think a lot of fans of underground artists for some reason they like having physical media of shit, even if like a cassette or a CD. Even if you're not actually gonna fucking listen to the CD or listen to a cassette, like you like having something that represents the artist. It's kind of cool. And it's usually something that's pretty affordable. You know. Doesn't really get much higher than about probably $20 in most cases, even if it's like a cassette. CD is definitely cheaper, but we're gonna probably tie in that pretty soon too. Actually, I'm gonna make him do it, but yes, we're gonna do that shit, and it's gonna have bonus tracks on it too. So it's not gonna be some bullshit. You're not buying something that anyone else has. You're gonna be buying some shit that's kind of like a little bit of a private listen. You know, I'm sure someone might take it and upload it, but for a little bit of time, you'll have the fun for yourself. You know, yeah.
Yeah, when I made Operation Wandering Soul. I mean, there was like 20, 30 some fucking songs that were kind of on that project, and I narrowed it down to the best. How many are on there? Like
There's
nine or 10?
short. No, I think
I think it's 9 or 10.
it's shorter than 10, bro. I could
It
be wrong,
doesn't
but I think it's
matter.
shorter than 10.
But I think really just any kind of creative process, I think we just enjoy doing together, whether it be a video, merch, or
Yeah,
fucking
and
anything. So
yeah, like I'm saying, like I don't know, I want like the aesthetic, everything, because I guess I really like aesthetics. You know, it sounds weird or whatever, but like certain artists that I like and that other people like, I don't think they really understand. I mean, I'm sure they do. Like, it's not some fucking genius shit to recognize, but like Drain Gang or Blade, for example, bro, like a big part of their whole artistry is the aesthetic. You know, like the music is really fucking good and shit too, but I really like it's like almost black and white, bro. They would not be as big as they are without the aesthetic. It's a big fucking thing, and it's a really big thing with a lot of artists that, like I'm saying, I think goes overlooked, you know. And like I'm saying, I want the merch to blend in with the music, with the videos. I want everything to be cohesive. Like, like I'm saying, I'm using Drain Gang as an example because it's a real easy one that you can literally look at the music, look at the videos, look at the Instagram posts, look at the merch. Everything is cohesive. There's so many other artists where like, sure, they don't have cool merch, but like it's just one random collection where it's like cool for that fucking collection. Then they got like a Instagram post. The whole aesthetic of their Instagram post and the way like they be dressing even is like not the same as the merch they put out. And then you watch the video, it's completely fucking different. You know, like I just like those kind of artists. I'm not the biggest fan of. Like I'm more of a fan of people that have a whole aesthetic going for them, and that's what I want to create.
they have like a
Yeah,
whole vision
yes,
for what they're doing.
and that's
Yeah.
what I want to create with us. You know, so like even with the merch, like I'm saying, I want to tie everything together. Like it just, I don't know, I feel like it builds the fan base a lot, on a lot stronger too. Makes you feel like you're part of something, you know, not that you're just listening to a fucking music artist and you're a fan. Like you kind of feel like a family or something. It's kind of weird.
Like you were saying, I mean, having an aesthetic is kind of honestly in 2024, it's kind of
Oh
it's just
yeah,
as important
no,
as
yeah,
the music itself.
yeah,
And even going back to the 80s, I mean, you still see everyone wearing the old metal tees and punk tees like Black Flag and Iron Maiden, and you know, going to the 90s, you know, everyone still wears Nirvana and Blink 182. Well, that'd be 2000s, but yeah, today, I mean, you look at so many artists that are big, and a big role in that is
hmm,
their aesthetic, whether it be yeah, like Drain Gang or something like Destroy Lonely or something, or like even in the hardcore scene, a huge part of why hardcore, a lot of the bands get popular is, you know, not just that their music's good, but their aesthetic, their imagery, their merch, and yeah, it plays a huge role.
yeah. Like you're saying, 2024 in particular, like I said, not gonna name names or shit on people, but yeah, there's a lot of people that musically alone, they would not have a career or stand on their own. Like there's a lot of people that ride on just an image, you know, and a lot of people that do that, you know, it's trendy. A lot of times it's real fucking trendy, and it doesn't hold up because it's not genuine. It's really not. But yeah, it's real. It's rare, I would say, you know, like finding someone that has a whole package and that does it well. But we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it right. And we're gonna do it fucking above and beyond, and it's gonna be unique to us. And yeah, I'm like I said, I'm real excited for literally every project we have, including the merch in the future. And that, like I'm saying, that merch was pretty simple. Because I'm saying it's like getting back into the game. It's gonna be like the first shit that we've done together, merch wise. I want to do cooler shit than that. You know, like I think that's cool, and it's I would wear it, but like I want to do some cooler shit. Like I really do.
You need to do like a Levi branded like Glock or something.
Shit, yeah, that would be yeah. Selling
Let's
guns, yeah.
go.
Yes, a little black market online. That would be the goal. Yes, I agree. We'll
Hell
make it
yeah.
happen.
Hell yeah. So this is a question for both of you guys. How do you feel, and this is kind of leaning towards a certain direction, but how do you feel that you guys push each other out of your comfort zones to kind of grow as a person?
Honestly, I'll go first. I mean, if we're talking, I could shit grow as a person, grow like artistically, like the bar is really fucking high for that. Like I'm saying, this motherfucker has got me through like some hard ass fucking times in my life, and that's like you're saying, just as a human, you know, basic shit. He's like brought in certain characteristics out of me or certain character traits that I'm like really proud of right now that I have. But I would not have them. I don't think if I fucking knew him. Like honestly, no, I know that they would not. It would not be like this if I didn't know him. You know, and artists like in terms of art and shit, like we're saying, whenever we're working on shit, there's no like, yeah, I like that, yeah, I like that, yeah, do that, just do that, keep it like that, you know, like 9 times out of 10, like I don't know, like I'm saying, there's something that we're gonna fucking say we'd want to change, you know, and even if we have like differing opinions on shit, we're always gonna try both, and whichever one comes out on top, you know, we both will agree on it. Like we're not fucking, we don't have any like, we're not stubborn. Like, say I have a certain shot for video in mind, he's like, no, I want to do it this way. I'm like, no, I want to do it this way. we end up doing both shots. When we get back and look at them on the computer, whichever one looks better, yeah, we're gonna admit that one looks better. I don't fucking care if it was his shot, you know. Like I'm not gonna say, oh, I want mine better just because I know I shot it, you know. Like none of that shit matters to me, like genuinely. And same shit, like when he plays me music and shit, you can ask him. There's shit he shows me, and I will tell him straight up, like, no, this is better. This older mix might be better. Certain song structure on one song's better. This song's boring as fuck. I really don't like this. You have better shit, you know. Like I don't bullshit him. I really don't. And it's the same that he does to me. Like it goes in and out of working on art or just being a fucking person, honestly.
Yeah, I mentioned it in our last interview. I said he's like my brother. I don't know, he's not like a friend. I have my real brother. He's asleep in the other room, and I got this. He's my second brother, and
same shit.
But yeah, I mean, for the people that have been listening to my music for a while now, and you can kind of see, kind of the evolution of it. A lot of that is because of him. I guess like he was saying, and like I was saying earlier, having a yes man in your corner is like shooting yourself in the fucking foot. It's just the last thing that you want, because the only way that you're gonna improve is if you have someone telling you that, especially because he knows, what I'm capable of. So he might hear me sing on something or produce something, and yeah, he'll be like, this can be better, this could be better, do this differently. And it's honestly a huge reason as to why I've gotten better at singing, why I've gotten better at producing. It's also why I've gotten more, open-minded. I think I touched on this in the last interview as well, but, he's the one who really pushed me to make the music that I want to make. Like I said, when I first started making solo music, I really didn't have a whole lot of direction in my head. I was just kind of making it just kind of shit similar to what I was listening to and what other people were listening to. But I mean, as much as I, tried on, I put a lot of effort into it. It wasn't as genuine as the stuff I'm making now, and that's a huge thanks to Elijah. He's pushed me to really just make what's genuine to me, so.
I mean, I feel like number one, like, yeah, I remember, like I was telling you earlier, I remember when he and my brother would be making songs, like, they would spend like a month or 2 months, like, trying to get one song right. And yeah, looking back, listening to some of the songs, you could tell that it's like, yeah, you're like trying to sound a certain way, or it's like, it's just, you can hear the confidence, honestly, in your vocals or your voice, and yeah, I don't know. It's like it's a noticeable difference now, and like you're saying, a lot of it is like, yeah, I feel like I know, like yeah, I know what you're capable of. So if you show me something that's like just not that, like I'm like it's good, but like I know it can be fucking so much better, Like I'm gonna tell you, and yeah, like you're saying, it's just it's really, I mean, I get some people take offense to shit or constructive criticism, but like it doesn't really make sense to me. Like I mean, it goes like. Bro, like if I smell bad, like I want you to tell me I smell bad. I don't want to be walking in public smelling bad, bro. Like it goes the same way with people, Like I wouldn't let him put out some shit that I thought was trash, I mean, if I tell him some shit's trash and I tell him 10 times and he still puts it out, I'd be surprised, but like I do everything I can, in my power. But like, yeah, I'm always gonna be honest, and it's like I feel like we're just so comfortable with each other now that like I don't know, we like, yeah, it's never like that. Like I mean,
No,
like I said, after sleeping together and living together for or being together for so fucking much time in the last few years, like I just, yeah, we could tell each other anything, genuinely.
Yeah, I like what he said about confidence. He's definitely brought my confidence in my own music, and he's definitely brought that out of me.
That's really cool to hear, because honestly, it's the same shit for me. Like my fucking confidence. I mean, I don't know, like especially after these videos and shit. Like I don't know, like I just feel like I don't know. I feel so much better about myself. Being attached to him, working on shit with him, and being able to create shit together is just like the coolest shit to me. And like I feel like nobody can tell me shit, Like genuinely, like you can't tell me shit. Like I'm working with like my favorite fucking artist and my best friend, and we're having a good time and making crazy shit. Like I don't really know what else I can ask for, to be honest. Like I really don't.
It's like I mentioned in the last one. I used to post the music that I made, with Austin. I had a lot of shit that I would make in my free time that would just kind of sit on my computer. I remember Elijah would hear it and he'd be like, "Why don't you post this shit?" And I was like, I don't think people would want to
Yeah.
hear this, and that's again he's what brought my confidence out to just make whatever it is the fuck I want to make, and that's kind of why it's, now I think it's hard to pin down a genre for the music that I make, because I make whatever the fuck I want to make, and I have full confidence in it. So
Yeah, and I feel like a big thing because it was like 2020 pretty much. When like I got into that whole, I hate the word for it, but like that hyper pop scene of music. Just it was so many fucking artists that like grew up on the internet, and were like, it was just like, I don't know, the aesthetics and shit. Like I feel like I knew number one was a lot of shit that he liked, like genuinely liked. And also like I feel like I could hear, like in my head I could just hear his vocals or his voice like over certain styles of like production or some shit, or not whatever the fuck they were doing. They were doing like basic, it's like if you listen to his old shit, it's like basic trap music, bro. I mean it's like, it's just not him. Like I mean he'll say the same shit, it's just not him. And I feel like I could always tell, like I just knew that I'm like, I feel like if you try this shit, like I can hear you on this, like you should try some shit in this style or like this, I'd show him certain music or certain stuff, and my brother, he'll tell you too, like was really opposed to it, didn't really fuck with it. But yeah, I don't remember when it was, bro, but yeah, I mean I think he just like did not give a shit and made that Dead Right Now song or whatever. I think it's probably still on your page. I could be wrong.
I think it's still
it
up
might
there.
still be on there. It might be the first song on his page, maybe the second one. But yeah, like I mean, you were talking about like fucking Call of Duty or what's it like? Yeah, Call of Duty and shit basically,
we were
and like
just
some of those
having fun
early
with that
songs,
shit, yeah.
and like, but you were making those songs so quick and putting them out. Like you went from making a song in 2 months to like making a song in like a day or two and putting it out, But like, cause it came
Because
naturally,
it was
like
genuine.
yeah,
It was just kind of what I wanted to make instead
Yeah.
of trying to.
that's the thing. And then like gradually, like you're saying, over time, like that just evolves, like your
Yeah.
confidence and your abilities and shit. Like just once you're confident in yourself, like bro, that's the, I feel like I just picked that shit up recently. Like I don't know. I always thought I was cool. I always thought I had good taste, I guess. But like, someone asked me what I did or anything, I'd be like, I don't know. Like I never did anything, But like, I thought I was cool because I was into cool shit, Or I knew it was cool. Like I listened to cool music. I don't, like I like cool clothes. There's cool movies I like, but like I don't do anything, Like, and there were so many people that like would DM me. Not so many, but I definitely had multiple people DM me in the last few years, ask me like if I made music or some shit, And I'm like, no, like I don't. But like, yeah, like my confidence now in myself, like for making videos, like I just feel like is so fucking high. And when you're that confident in yourself, like I don't know, you just feel like you can't really fuck up, bro. And like we're the two, like we surround each, like my bad. The main person I surround myself with is him, And like it's just put us together, like I don't know. Like I said, it's not really fair. Like it really ain't. We're really cocky, really egotistical. I'm not gonna lie. Like I'm not gonna act like that. But when we're in our spare time and the camera's off, like, yeah, I mean, yes, I think we're the coolest motherfuckers. I'm not gonna lie, and it's probably nothing's gonna change that shit. So yeah, the work's just gonna reflect that. And the more and more we just up the videos, up the merch, he ups the music, like. But he just played me shit today that I haven't heard. He played like 3 songs that he was like, oh yeah, I made this, bro. My passion that I thought was at the max already fucking shot even higher. Like it's just like it just keeps going up. Like it has not like ever gone up and gone down. Like it's just like literally only fucking gone up. Like I don't know how he does it, but like I swear, I don't know. I really don't know how he does it, but I said that in that other interview we did. I think I did. Like he'll show me a song and I'm just like, holy fuck, like this is the best shit I heard from you. Like I really don't know if you're gonna top this shit, And it used to go from that and it'd be like maybe he put out a song next, and honestly I'm like, yeah, it wasn't as good as the last one. It's good, but it wasn't as good as the last one. Then like 2 months later, he put out some crazier shit. I'm like, holy fuck. But like recently, it's been like crazy shit after crazy shit after crazy shit after crazy shit. And like I'm saying, these songs that aren't even out, aren't even finished. Some of them are like fucking 30-second demos. You can just hear the idea for. I'm just like, holy fuck, And now that I'm like almost not directly attached, but pretty closely attached, to the aesthetic and shit. Yeah, my passion is just really fucking high. And I'm not gonna let him down. I'm not gonna let some bad shit come out. But yeah, like I said 1,000 times, I'm just really excited for the future, and I'm really excited for fucking people to hear the shit he's been working on. Like genuinely, like I feel like I just don't feel like people know what the fuck they're in for. Like. But it's a really cool feeling, It's a really cool feeling at the same time. But I'm really excited.
Hell yeah, that's awesome to hear. So, I was kind of trying to see maybe if you would talk about any live shows. Levi, what do you think about doing a live show?
We touched on doing a live show in the last interview.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's just it'll come. It'll come in the future. It'll definitely come. It's right now. It's not the biggest priority, but
Yeah, like in the last interview, I would.
well,
Like I
even
said,
the
I
one that
would
we did
love.
last night, we
Yeah,
were
yeah, I'm sure
talking
you'll talk
about
about it.
it.
I would love. I don't care. I'm gonna still say I would love to see him play live. I still like. I would never back off that. Like I want to see it happen. It would be a fucking really good time for everyone involved, for him and for the fans and shit.
It's gonna happen.
But yeah, it'll happen when it's right. Like I'm saying, he's a bit of a perfectionist, and he's brought that shit out of me. Sometimes I think I might be quick to rush things, you know, that he's like, let's not do right now because he knows it could be a whole lot better. And honestly, with the live shows, I feel like it might be the same way. Where he knows how he wants it to be, he knows what he wants, and if it's just not possible right now, he doesn't want to do it, you know. And I respect that, but it'll happen. I promise you, because I will make it happen at some point. If it goes on 2 years from now or some shit, and we've had a Levi Ryan live, I said I'll just dress up as Levi Ryan and fucking get on stage myself. I'll hook myself as Levi Ryan and give a shit, bro. I do
Hell
not
yeah.
care. It'll happen somehow.
I was gonna say what earlier today we were bouncing around the idea for like a little like listening party maybe for the album coming out in a few months and maybe there'll be a live set or something going on. We might plan something cool for that.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I really want it to happen, so that's a good thing that I really want it to happen. Maybe I can just bully him into making it happen sometime, but it'll definitely happen. Like it'll really fucking happen.
Hell yeah.
I got you.
Okay, I just want to take a quick minute, and we're not going to take a whole lot of time, but can you speak about quickly like Glowworm and Chelsea and kind of what your experience was real quick?
Me or him?
I'll let him talk. 'Cause I spoke on Chelsea
So-
last night.
Yeah, I've talked a few times recently to people about my relationship with her, and I mean, when I think about it, it's just like it's hard to like wrap my head around because like I'm sure he said, but like I was a huge fan, a big fan of Chelsea's music before I think he was ever fucking aware of her, you know.
You're the
Like,
one that introduced me to
well,
Chelsea.
I don't think I introduced you. I think
No, you
she
did.
followed you. Or she somehow I don't remember. I really don't remember the situation. All I know is that
She
whenever
hit me up first.
I think she might have hit you up and you were like, oh, like, do you know who this is? Because I followed them and I was like flipping shit, you know? I was like, bro, like, you have to. Like, you fucking have to. But like I'm saying, I remember literally where I fucking was, like, the first time, like, because he usually sends me demos or shit of, like, you know, early mixes of songs before they come out. I was in my friend's, like, apartment. I remember being in the parking lot whenever I was on, like, I don't know, went on Instagram or some shit, was put on music, and I saw 2 Miles South was the first song that they put out together. It came out on Chelsea's page. Like, I still remember where the fuck I was at that moment because it was like such a big thing for me. Like, you know, like that was like, it's weird like seeing, because I'm saying I saw him go from damn near nothing, like no fucking fan base, no followers, anything, you know, and that was like the first like artist that I was like, holy shit, like I fucking respected and was really a big fan of, and they not only reached out and like fuck with them, because people would reach out or follow, you know, and do shit, but like I was like, holy fuck, y'all have a song together, you know, and that was like my first like glimpse of like, you know, I feel like this is real, this could be real, you know what I mean? Not to like say I doubted him or some shit, but it was just like when you see like your friend's name next to like an artist that you know from music alone, you know, it's like it's a weird feeling. But yeah, so just watching them grow is like musical, like I don't know, collaborators and friends, you know, was really cool to me. And I've always just been a fucking fan of her music. And then it wasn't until December he like texted me or called me and was like, yo, like just after the Purple Heart Lane video, he was like, yo, we can go to Arkansas, you know, like, and film a music video with Chelsea. Like, would you want to be down? And asking him the same shit as Purple Heart Lane, I literally dropped all my shit, drove down here. I think we either stayed up or went to sleep, and left at like 12 a.m., like midnight. Drove like 10 hours to fucking Arkansas, like. And I'm not gonna lie, yeah, I think like on the ride and shit, especially when we got closer there, like I don't know, it was like, I was like, damn, like is she gonna fuck with me? Yeah, like are we gonna be cool? Like how's this gonna be? You know, like I don't know, I didn't want you to be awkward. Like I didn't want to like fan out or act like a fucking super big fan. You know, it's weird because like this is generally like the first, because I've met artists I was fans of before, but it's like it shows or some shit. You see them for like 2 seconds, but like I was actually like working with this person, you know, and like being with them for a few days. So yeah, I was even a little nervous, you know, how she was gonna work. And I mean, you can ask him, bro. I mean, how we got there, and honestly, me and Chelsea like hit it off like almost immediately. We kind of drove Jake Levi here to
We touched,
insanity. And look,
we
I'm not
talked
gonna lie,
about that, bro.
we Chelsea together was like,
It was like a bull in a fucking china shop, bro.
yes, like I don't know. I've never clicked with someone that hard, like that fucking fast. Like I don't know. We just because yeah, he went to sleep almost immediately upon us getting there. Not immediately, but like we try to plan out some shit for a video. Had no ideas. Had a small idea. Like, okay, let's just go fucking book a motel, and he was gonna go to sleep because he was getting a little cranky and shit, you know. But then me and Chelsea had like, you know, a lot of time to fucking I don't know, kind of just hang out, get to know each other, and yeah, I don't know. We like fucking bonded over liking similar music, just weird similar connections, similar personality connections and shit, you know. But I said like we spent like 5 hours, literally 5 hours. I'm not joking when I say this shit. Like 5 hours straight on the highway, getting off the exit, going back on the highway, just literally driving in circles, like blasting fucking music. And then eventually, I think she, I don't know how it started. I really don't. But I think she mentioned that she was working on an album, you know, and I know one time before, like we were in Discord and he added me to a call with him and Chelsea, and she was playing shit for an album that was supposed to come out like a while back, and it never came out. The one that she played us, but I guess I don't know. Maybe she knew that like you thought that I had an opinion on music or a decent taste, but I wish I remember how this conversation started, but I really fucking don't. But she was playing me shit from her album that she was wanting to come out, and she had no project name, no nothing for it. She might have like a placeholder name, but there's I kid you not, probably like 20 some songs. You know, she was like, I want this on an album, or I'm considering these for album. And I don't know, I just like we sat in a parking lot, like a gas station, and she played shit for me, and I was like, yeah, I think I must have told her, I was like, look, like I'm gonna be straight up with you, like if I fuck with it or not, you know, and like I'm not gonna bullshit you. And I think I don't know if she just that was like the first time, or like she recognized that like, yeah, okay, I trust you, and like that was a real thing to say. And so
Well, I think she was aware that
I think that
I
too.
held your opinion in high regard. And
But it wasn't until like she would play shit, and I'd point something out, and she'd be like, yeah, you know, like, I agree. And then like both like literally almost got on the same page and fucking put together like a whole track list for a whole album. Everything like everything flowed fucking perfectly and shit. Like, and I feel like it was like mainly at that moment when we did that like, because I'm saying like, bro, like I don't know, we'd like put shit like, I don't know, I'd have an idea and she'd fucking do it, and we'd listen to it and be like, holy fuck, you know, like, yeah, I like that. Or like it'd be like I don't know, the idea would be like putting this song after this song, or like the progression and shit, you know, not like some crazy shit. But we really bonded right there and then. I think was the main thing I can pinpoint. And like I'm saying, she'd play me a song and I'd be like, look, like I like this song, it sounds good, but like you have another song on this album that sounds similar and it just sounds way better to me, you know? It's like I really wouldn't put it. And I was telling her, same shit I was telling him too, like my main thing that I do not like with music nowadays that a lot of people are vocal about, it's not just me. People drop like a 30 fucking song long album, or 25 songs, bro. Like I'm not gonna listen to that shit. I'm not gonna listen to all 25 songs unless it's like my favorite fucking artist. I'm probably still not gonna listen to all 25 songs, you know? So I was like, I feel like I was like, I don't want y'all to get disappointed, you know, if you put out 20 songs that you worked hard on, you know, and like you're gonna have the ones that maybe you have a personal attachment to because you worked real hard on it. But like sometimes you work real hard on shit and like, or like it might have a real personal attachment to you, but like I don't know, it's just like I'll tell you if it's like not a good song, you know, or just not better than some other shit you have. And there was certain songs that she had on there that like, I mean, she was like, I don't know, like she was like, I feel like this one's better because I spent more time on it, you know. And I'm like, sure, I get that, but like listen to this and listen to this, tell me they don't sound similar and this one sounds better, you know. And really like just were real as fuck with each other and came up with a whole track list for her fucking album. We still didn't have a name with it. We didn't come with the name till we were driving back with you. But after that, she was kind of just, we were just talking about like life shit, you know. And she really, I don't know, explained a whole lot of her life to me, especially where she was at the time whenever we met her. And honestly, you can ask him. My apartment, like, genuinely, and it's not for everyone. Like, I don't do this for everyone. I really don't. But like, if you're my friend and I really like honestly fuck with you, like, I have like a lot of shit, you know. I mean, I have a lot of privileges, and like my parents pay for my apartment, right? So I feel like if I have the opportunity to like help someone else out, especially like Chelsea, where the situation she was at in Arkansas, she was homeless. Like that's my new friend. Like honestly, not even my new friend. It wasn't even, we really didn't even go from friends. We honestly just went from nothing to like best friends. It was fucking weird as hell. But like, I was like, yeah, like I mean, I offered. I was like, yeah, you can literally like you can come stay like at my place because she had like a plan with her girlfriend. They were gonna get a van and like do a van life or some shit like that, right? At some point. So there was a certain date she was gonna stay till, you know, like it wasn't. I couldn't let her stay forever, you know. Like I wish I could, but I don't know, it wouldn't work. It wasn't gonna work out like that, you know. But she's gonna stay for a few weeks. That was the plan, and we worked that shit out. And like I was excited. Like I mean, genuinely, like, it wasn't like some pity shit or anything. I don't want anyone thinking it was some shit like that. Like it literally was not. Like we had all these plans for fucking, I don't know, work on music videos or work on whatever the fuck. Just do whatever, you know. But yeah, she was homeless and gone through so much shit that like no one should fucking go through, you know. And that was like my best friend, you know. Like I would be, me as a person, like I can't. Yeah, none of my friends, nobody, bro. If you going through that shit, like no, I can't. I could not help her. You know what I mean? And it wasn't even on some like I just want to help her type shit. Like it was out of genuine love, like seriously. And we went back to the motel, went to sleep, did that video and shit. I'm gonna skip forward because there wasn't some other crazy shit that happened in Arkansas. But yeah, we're going back in the car. I think on the car ride back to Texas is when we came up with the album name. She was saying a few words or some shit, and eventually I think it was your idea that was like call it like a self-titled. Like the project was supposed to just be called Glowworm, but I think she shortened it down to the 970 to just be like glow, but like in numbers. But then she actually had like she was reading into like angel numbers and shit, and the number 970 was something that she really resonated with. But yeah, like she came back. This had to have been about like maybe the 23rd, 24th of December, 2023. Like I said, like we ended up spending Christmas together and shit. And she was here. She's at my apartment for probably like a week and a half.
It was like 2 weeks.
It was like yeah, close to 2 weeks. It might have been 2 weeks. It was like the most introspective and like real like 2 weeks of my fucking life. We didn't end up getting anything like productive done, to be honest with you. We didn't get to do any videos and shit, which I wish we did. But
you got to record some music. Then.
We just bonded. Like I mean, we literally just bonded like for 2 weeks. Like, and yeah, she did. I got her equipment to make music because she had a laptop, but it was like busted. So like I got her a fucking mic. Yeah, it was on its last damn legs. Yeah, I got her like a mic, interface, all this shit. She used to record on Logic. That was her thing. All I had on my PC, because she had to record on my computers because her laptop was so shot. All I had was FL, like a cracked ass version of FL. And yeah, FL doesn't autosave. I guess Logic autosaves. And so she recorded we spent like 4 hours, bro, probably going through YouTube beats and shit. It was just some fun shit, you know. It was she was making like a plug and be song, to be honest. It was like a fun fucking song, you know. It was nothing serious. But yeah, she recorded a whole song and then it got fucking deleted because FL crashed and we didn't save the fucking file. So that was that. But then she got like, I think I woke up one day and she had been on the phone with her family or something, and basically she got a living situation figured out with her grandma. And so yeah, I ended up taking her back to her grandma's like at the end of that trip. But while she was down here, I think the first thing I did one of the first days, like, 'cause she had been real outspoken about wanting to perform live. There's a certain friend that I know, and he's got like certain connections to artists, and he's been in the scene for like a fucking hot minute, and he throws shows. So I sent him a text, and I was like, yeah, I don't know if you're doing anything recently or in the near future or playing anything, but like I knew he was aware of Chelsea's music, so I was like, Chelsea's living with me right now, like we're fucking friends. If you're planning on any shows in the future, like let me know if we could be a part of it, you know, any fucking way, because she would love to perform. And he hit me back and was like, yeah, actually I'm planning something like right now. So I was able to help her get on a lineup for a show, I think it was towards the end of January. And so yeah, that's like after I took her back, she was still planning on coming back to see me again, to stay with me, because yeah, she had that show. And yeah, the last thing I speak on, I guess, is probably the show. But like the show went so much fucking better. It went worse and better than we could have fucking expected. We sat on Discord together, like when she was back in her grandma's in Arkansas. We sat on Discord and she was making a whole live set because she had like 35, I think it was 30 or 35 minutes like to perform. And I sat there with her for probably 4 or 5 hours, honestly. We made like a set. It was like a makeshift set, you know, and she had like certain mixes, new mixes of songs just to play live and shit. But when I tell you, when they got here and shit, and you know, we had fun like the first night because they came obviously the night before, the day before the show. We had a fucking good time, you know, because I hadn't seen her in a while, and we caught up and shit, got a little drunk, had a good time, and damn, the night of the show, literally, like, they woke me up. Chelsea and her girlfriend woke me up at like, the show is at 8 o'clock, or Chelsea says at 8 o'clock, but I'll tell you, they woke me up at like 7 p.m. and we're like, yo, like it's 7 p.m., you know, like I don't know if we're gonna make the show. I don't know if you ever woken up that fucking late in the day, especially after you've been, I don't know, a little fucked up the night before. I was confused as shit, you know. I was like, what the hell are you talking about? Like, we ain't making a show. We mean it's 7 o'clock. Like, we supposed to be there. Like, what the fuck you mean? And basically, I was like, nah, fuck this. Like, 'cause Chelsea was getting nervous, you know. And I was like, shit, I get it, but I was like, no, like, I know you're gonna kill this shit. Like, no, I know it's late, but ain't no excuse. Like, get your ass ready. Like, we got dressed and shit. We all put on clothes and got in my fucking car, and yeah, Chelsea had to end up making her set like in the backseat of my car on the like 30-minute drive down to the fucking venue. So the set did not end up getting to be like exactly what she wanted or like the full thing, you know. It unfortunately had to be shorter, but I don't know, I think it's, looking back, it's a funny memory. Like her making a set list in the car and shit is just something that Chelsea would do, you know. Like it wouldn't have been any
She
other way.
was working on that like the whole fucking week too, because I was
know,
I was
yeah.
on call with her on Discord.
Yeah,
she was sitting there
been,
fucking changing
that's what I'm saying.
it.
She'd been working on this whole set for a month probably, and then she ends up fucking, the actual set that she performed was like made in the backseat of my car on the fucking highway. Like that's just some shit that would be Chelsea, you know. But yeah, we got there, and literally when I pulled up in the parking lot, my friend called me, was like, yo, like, where are y'all? Like, she's supposed to be on stage in like 10 minutes. And I was like, holy fuck. Like, we got there and she fucking killed it. And like I'm saying, I expected, because she didn't think anyone was gonna be there for her, to be honest, you know. And so I think Acid Soldier and Christ Dillinger were the headliners, and she's like, this is like not my scene, you know. There's not many people that like my music. And I was like, bro, like it's like the underground. Like if you're fans of that music, you're fans of like a whole lot of shit. That's why I hate the word like hyper pop, because like so many artists were just grouped into this one label that, like, sure, they're in the same underground scene, but like they're not making anything that sounds similar to each other, you know. But if you're a fan of it, you're most likely a fan of other artists, you know. Like I guarantee you a lot of fans of Acid Soldier listen to fucking Glowworm and vice versa, you know. And yeah, there were so many fucking fans, so much like love was shown, you know. And it was just genuinely like one of the best nights of my life, and something that neither of us will ever forget, you know. Like she had someone, literally, like so many people were taking pictures and stopping her to take pictures. I was trying to talk to her after she got off stage, and I could not fucking talk to her because it was so many people coming up to take pictures. And yeah, she had someone come up that was like, yeah, I drove like 3 hours just to come see you, you know. And like it's different, like, actually, because I'm saying, like, at this point, I know I've only known her for like a month or less, you know, but like the bond we had, you know, like I feel like I've known her for a whole lot longer because I knew of her for so long, you know. And like seeing somebody like tell you that they drove 3 years, or not 3 years, my bad, 3 hours, like to come see you, bro, or like just hearing that about someone, I'm like, it was like a surreal like moment. It'd be the same shit with him. Like if I seen someone tell him that they drove like 3 hours across the fucking state, I know that probably people drive across the country, you know, to come see him or some shit, you know. It's like it's one thing to hear it and then one thing to actually like see it, you know, especially about someone you care about. It's a real like, it's a real big thing, you know, especially for me. At least for me it was, and I know for her it was too. But yeah, like the last conversation I had with her was just about that night and about how, I don't know, how thankful we each were for, I mean, I don't know, it was a whole lot of hugging each other involved, and how thankful we were for each other and shit. And I think the biggest thing, last thing I'm gonna end it on, the biggest thing with her for me was that like, not, like I already had a passion and he had like sparked shit in me, but like I'm saying, it's like the first artist that, like, outside of him, you know, like the artist I was a fan of, that now I have like a friendship with, and they want to work with me on shit, you know. And she got real, like, I don't know, real sad one night, and was just didn't know like why I want to be your friend, you know, or like what was I, how was she benefiting me, you know. And like it was hard for me to hear her say this shit, number one, but like I was just like, my main thing is like, she helped me out, like her music helped me like in a fucking really hard time, you know. And I've only ever heard the same shit come out of other people's mouth. Like her music is like very touching and very healing, and she was giving me the opportunity to like spread that message, like even if it's with a video. there might be people that only hear that song because they clicked on the video. That's the first time they're introduced to her music, you know? I'm like, you were literally giving me like purpose, you know? Like, I could be fucking working a retail job and doing nothing, you know? Like, I could be doing nothing. And like, that's, like I touched on before, that's my fucking biggest fear, you know? So I was so grateful for that opportunity to like be able to work with her and spread that message that like, that is the only thing that like I want to do and that like I'm gonna continue to do. Even with him, you know, it's like anything we do and shit, anything I do, like there's just like a drive like for her, you know, that like I don't want to let her down. Like I'm not gonna let her down too. Like she's like honestly, I feel like I feel her like everywhere, you know, and I don't know. It sounds weird to say. I know a lot of people say this shit, but no, like she really brought some shit out of me, and she brought some shit out of a whole lot of people, and like I'm not letting that shit die. I'm not letting that light die. And there's already like a lot of her friends that it's weird. There's a lot of people that she had talked about to me that like it was some of her friends or music artists that she had been real close with in the past, and she was wanting me to get in contact with them or work with them because she thought we'd be friends or some shit. And you know, it sucks that it went until after all this, you know, happened that she passed that I've gotten in contact with these people, and like every one of us that like she said that I'd get along with, like we fucking like get along so well. And it's like weird as fuck that like she knew, you know, but like I don't know how she knew, but she knew. But no, I really, I don't know. She genuinely changed my life. Like she changed my life, and more than I can just explain in words. You know, it's something that I don't know if I ever will explain in words. I hope I will, but no, like it's a real big motivator for me right now, and I don't think it'll. Not that I don't think it's like it's never gonna go away. Like it ain't some shit that'll ever go away. And she was a genuine like one of a kind fucking person. I'm so grateful for the short amount of time that I got to fucking be best friends and be close with her. Like I will never be ungrateful for that shit. That is like some shit I will always look back on fondly and never let go to waste or let go in vain. Like genuinely, one of a kind. Fucking her heart is so fucking big. You can ask him. Like nah, she's special, and it's more than I can describe in words. You know, but everyone that knows. The fans know. People that listen to music, you can hear, you can tell. Everyone knows. She's real special.
I agree, 100%. I want to take a quick break. I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick. You guys can take a quick break, and then we'll wrap it up. Does that sound good?
Sounds good to me.
Sounds good to me, yeah.
All right. Let's hop back into it. Is there anything that you wanted to talk about, Levi Ryan, about your experience with Glowworm? Just part of this interview.
Yeah, I'll just kind of repeat what I said on the last one, but you know, I got to since she hit me up. I think that was like almost
2022 for sure.
yeah,
I could be wrong.
like
but
almost 2 years
yeah.
ago. Yeah, we had you know, not only we become collaborators, but you know, she had become a really good friend of mine, and we talked all the time. And you know, like I said, she was one of the most genuine artists. She was one of the most talented. You know, I got to speak on that on our first part of this. But you know, I'll say it again to everyone that knows her, and you know, to all our fans. You know, a lot of people they you know, they come into this world and they leave this world, and they don't get to accomplish a whole lot or get to, you know, touch a whole lot of people. And she, you know, in the short time she was here, not only the short time she was here, but she had a rough life, and it's you know, just really inspiring everything that she fucking accomplished through, you know, through everything she was going through. And she was able to leave this world with you know, she got to leave a lot behind for us, a lot of great music, a lot of great art that you know will always be here. And I think that me and Elijah both will do our best to preserve and keep her name alive, you know. So
More than do our best. Like, yeah, like we're gonna make her proud. Seriously. Yeah. Just to add in on that, but yeah. Like you're saying, genuine like fucking artists, and yeah, like, I feel like leaving an impact or inspiring is like almost it's like an understatement, but like so much more than that, you know, like genuinely so much more. And it's like you're saying, like the fact that she was able to accomplish as much as she did, like having gone through what she went through in her life, it's like it's just yeah. I mean, you really can't put it into words, but it's like anything I do, you know, if it's like, man, I'm feeling lazy, or man, like I don't know if I want to do this, you know, because of so and so or blah blah blah. What it's like, nah, fuck that. Like
Yeah.
do it. Like there's no excuse. Like there's really no fucking excuse, you know. And that's what I'm saying. Like when I'm saying she changed my life, genuinely. Like in that way, it's like yeah. There's certain shit that's like yeah, it'll happen, and I'm just like, should I go? Shit, maybe I'm tired. Should I drive 3 hours down and print shirts or some shit? No, there's no fucking excuse. Like there's seriously no excuse. And that goes like for everyone. Like it really there's no fucking excuse. Like no, seriously, yeah, very 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 inspiring, one of a kind, sweet 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 soul, and I miss her lots. I'm sure everyone does, but yeah, she's out here with us. Maybe not how we want it, you know, but she's here, and she always gonna be here.
Yeah, I missed talking to her late at night. We have to get on Discord
Yeah,
and just call,
and I miss her.
sit on call all night.
Yeah, or calling and saying some stupid shit and hanging up. Or like texting some stupid shit. And I'm like, what the fuck do you say? No response. Send me something completely different. Okay, but yeah, or the voice memos, the voice notes. Like, yeah, I miss that shit, you know. But she's always here. She'll be here, and like I'm saying, we're gonna spread her fucking message. We're gonna spread her energy, her light. Like it ain't going out.
That's good to hear. That's really good to hear. I think a lot of people will appreciate that for sure. Yeah. Okay. I'm kind of out of questions, but one question I do have is, what would you say is like, well, not specifically music, but like, what's the most slept on piece of like media that you've done? This is more towards Elijah.
Yeah, I got to answer this. So
I'm trying to
the
think.
last one.
If you pull that, if it's not that stupid shirt you're talking about. Honestly, like slept on, which like not to yeah, like I'm saying toot my own horn and shit here, whatever. Like I was saying earlier, I mean, bro, it's just because of us hanging out together and shit for so long, but like literally the entire aesthetic and shit developed between us. You know what I mean? And it's like that's shit that some people will fucking honestly. People never watch this interview and will go to rest of their lives that will be a fan of his later on and never fucking watch. You know, that's some shit that no one will ever fucking know. Like seriously, you know, and it's not anything that like I'm fucking take a like an ego have an ego about or take pride in, but like I think that's the most slept in. No, just like I'll tell you that's the most slept on shit. You know that like I mean, I just don't. I mean, we would not be here right now. I guess technically, if you know, if it wasn't for me, if you want to say that, you know. But I don't think there's a single piece of media that like is slept on that I've done, but I just think that like that would be the main thing. I mean, it's the whole thing, and it's like I'm saying, it's between both of us, you know. But like, I just like the fact that both of our minds were able to come up with some shit, you know, even if it's something stupid like the color green or like certain aesthetics, you know, certain imagery that we like, you know. I just feel like it's some people will never fucking know, you know. Some people will never know who the fuck I am. Even if they watch the video, they won't know who to go actually look into who directed this shit. But I can't really pinpoint a single piece of media. But I guess it's like I would say, like he's saying the whole start even where like the conversation that I don't even remember the fucking conversation to be honest, where he's talking about. I told him about I 100% told him this shit many times before, like you know later, but me telling him about why would you want to fucking make shit that everyone's already here? It's like why don't you fucking want to be different, that type of shit. Technically, that's some slept on shit. No one will fucking know about that. There's some people that will even watch this for 20 minutes and turn off. You know, like people ain't gonna know. Like that's the most slept on shit. Ain't gonna be nothing more slept on than that, to be honest. But I don't think it's something that I need recognition for either. You know, it's like we already. If you know, you know. You know, and like what I'm saying, we're doing videos and shit now. Like I don't need recognition for that. But there's not a single thing I can latch on to say is slept on. That's why I went with that, to be honest. Unless he's got an answer that I'm just forgetting about, which would make sense because then that would mean it was slept on for real if I forgot about it. Exactly. See, that's what I'm saying. There's not like there's not exactly. That's what I'm saying.
All right, for
Can't
sure.
really anything besides that.
Okay, last question before going to like an open floor. What's your advice for other artists in the scene right now?
I got to answer this. I'll let you answer this.
So I still think we might end up having similar answers, but like it's an easy answer and an easy thing to say, but it is a very hard thing to do and make come to life. But I feel like it's gonna be my answer forever. But like be original, be yourself. But like it is the easiest fucking thing to say, and some people say it, but like I can only say so much. I don't have the answers to tell you what's true to you, which is why I think it's easy to say and not like easy to do or make come to life because everyone is fucking different. You know what I mean? Like everyone is different. It's like me telling someone else out there, be original. I don't fucking know who I'm even talking to, you know? Even if a certain person's like, oh yeah, I like that you said be original. I don't know them. I might not know who the fuck they are. I don't know what they like. I don't know what they're interested in. So I don't know how to tell them to be original if I don't know what the fuck they like, you know? Like, I know how to be original myself. I know him a decent amount now, so like, I feel like I can help him be original, but he already knows how to fucking be original. You know what I mean? Like, but that is the biggest thing. Like, I've told him, and I will continue to say, yeah, like, I know artists, I can't think of any artist that, like, started a wave or a whole fucking new aesthetic of shit that was like a fucking just biter or a swag stealer, you know? It was always someone came first. Sure, later on there's industry plants and shit that just ride that whole fucking wave and copy the same aesthetics, but it's always someone first that is the one that's fucking stepping outside of their fucking like boundaries, outside of their comfort zones, doing some shit different, you know? That's how you get noticed, especially in what is it, 2024? Like you're saying, it's the music is very fucking saturated. It's very easy to clone shit, you know, but like if you do something that no one else can clone, like literally, like it's like I'm saying, they ain't gonna be able to clone you. Like by definition, almost they can try. They ain't gonna be able to clone everything. Especially like I'm saying, if we fucking are on top of, he's on top of the music. We're doing videos. We're doing merch. Social media, everything is on there. You ain't gonna be able to fucking keep up with the work ethic. Like I'm saying, like we've been putting in a shit ton of work recently, and it's like literally, it's only gonna be more. Like I mean, especially whenever we start living together, like I don't see us like stopping anytime soon, you know, like much less slowing down or anything like that. Like, it's only gonna go up. And I don't think people are gonna be able to copy the shit we're doing to the fucking effort or the quality that we're doing, you know. So like I say, originality number one. I'm trying to think of anything else that's like an actual piece of advice because I feel bad saying originality because like I'm saying I don't know like how to tell you to be original, but
Not having a fucking yes man sitting right next to you.
that, yeah, but that, I mean, I feel like that kind of, yeah, that'll be number two. But I feel like it kind of plays into originality. You know, like if you have, I don't know. Obviously, whenever you're doing shit artistically, if it's music, videos, or some shit, like you're not. Maybe some people are, bro, but like you always have inspirations. You know, I don't care what people say. Like you can have inspirations. You know, like when you first starting out, there's gonna be someone that inspired you or something that inspired you to want to fucking get in that fucking field. You know, if it's like music, there might be a certain music artist that inspired you to make music. There might be a certain like director or something that made you want to do videos. You know what I'm saying? You get the point. Like you're gonna probably your earliest work is gonna probably really fucking reflect whoever the fuck you were super inspired from. You know, so I don't. You can't really start out completely original. At least in my opinion, I feel like it's kind of hard not to. You're always gonna have like influences, but like you build off that. You know, like you build off that over time. You don't like try and copy shit. Like I think kind of touching back how like when we're talking on when we're watching like old movies, like I guess I'll give people like we already kind of did, but like giving people a piece of like how our brains work or how my brain works. Yeah, the Can You Drive video was like the main inspiration was like a fucking vampire movie, you know, like from the 30s. Nothing in that video is about fucking vampires. It's about the other shit, you know? Like look into shit that you're inspired by, like look more into it. Look more in depth would be honestly my probably biggest piece of advice, you know, because I guarantee there's a lot of shit that people like or inspired by and they might think there's a certain reason why they like it, but it might be something else, you know, they have to actually look deeper into, you know, like I don't know. Some shit just doesn't it's not some shit ain't black and white, some shit ain't easy to see. You gotta dig a little deeper. So that'd be my biggest take on that shit for sure.
Yeah, I can't give a better answer. So
For sure. Okay, so let's go to open floor, and then after the open floor, we'll do the closing up like everything else.
I was gonna say last video, I forgot to shout out Chris and Ian from Dream Station, so I want to just give a shout out to them. They've been doing a hell of a lot for me, so I want to shout out to them. Blacksmith and No Idea.
Let's wait on the shout outs. Open floor, just to say whoever like message to your
Ooh.
fans or whatever else, and then we'll do shout outs. Sorry if I didn't clarify.
Now you good. I still think like yeah, if it's a message to fans, I don't know what to say on open floor, but like
I said what I want to say on the last
any
one, so-
fucking fan, seriously, like if you're a fan now, like bro, it's gonna be like Christmas. Like this whole next year, I swear, it's gonna be like just Christmas, bro. Like the shit that's coming out is just gonna. Like I'm saying, if you're a fan already now, yeah, I don't know. I can't really say too much, but you gonna be excited. You ain't gonna be let down. Like I don't see how you could be. Like I really don't think you're gonna be let down at all in the slightest. We ain't gonna let you down. I'll tell you that much. He ain't gonna let you down, and I'm not gonna let him let you down. So
I'm excited for people to
That's what
see
I'm saying.
the
Yeah,
the fucking cover art we got for the.
that's what I'm saying. It's like, yeah, even the smallest shit. Yeah, like the cover art, bro. There's so much shit that I'm like,
I
I'm
got
just so excited for people to fucking see.
I got the cover art made from, or I made the cover art for the album coming out, and yeah, I've had, I don't know how many people tell me you can't put that on there, you can't do that, you can't. And
Oh,
I'm like, well, no, we're gonna push it. It's gonna
yeah,
be
I don't.
crazy.
I guess because this came up last time, but it didn't ever come up in this interview. Yeah, someone telling you that I don't know if I do that or having questions about the shit you're doing. Like I said, I still think that's like one of the biggest compliments you can get. You know, especially if you're making art. Don't matter what the fuck it is, but like I'm saying, it goes into being original. You want to push boundaries and shit, bro. You want someone to tell you, I don't know if I put this in. You know, and I don't know. I feel like me personally, and with him, like it means you're doing something that someone's questioning. You know, sometimes maybe they're questioning for the right reason, and it's out of like I don't know, maybe you're doing something wrong, you know. But I just feel like it's still always a good thing to hear. I'd rather hear that than like you said, just a generic yes, man. Say yes and no. I'm just real excited for the future. Really excited for people to hear what the fuck he's been working on. Aside from everything else, aside from any fucking video and shit we do, I think the shit that I'm most excited for is just for everyone to, mainly the fans, to hear what the fuck he's been working on because it is some beautiful fucking music for real. And
Hell
he's let
yeah.
me listen to it, so I'm ready for people to hear this shit, bro. Because it is fucking. It needs to come out. It needs to come out.
All right, cool. If you guys are good with that, and then we'll go into the shout outs. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
All
I
right.
mean, you good.
Sorry to
We'll say
step on your
something.
toes, Levi. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry. Shout out your peoples.
Yeah, fuck you, Clark.
Yeah, fuck you, Clark.
Well, I already shout out. I mean, shout out to Ian and Chris from Dream Station, to Blacksmith. No idea. They've been, next to Elijah. I'd say they've been doing a hell of a lot for me. So I just want to give them a shout out.
Yeah, I mean, only people I can really shout out. Like I don't fucking hang out with a whole lot of people, or I don't keep in contact with a whole lot of people. Besides him, like I've gotten in contact, like I said, recently with a lot of people that Chelsea was friends with. That she'd wanted me to, when she was here, she wanted me to be friends with them and wanted us to work on shit. So I say, KT, KC, it's like a tongue twister, and Ashley and Alex. Those four people, I've been talking to a pretty decent amount recently, and a whole lot of love for all of them. And hopefully, like I'm saying, I mean, we're gonna be working on shit creatively too. Like I'm saying, when I'm not with him, I might be able to work on shit with those people that I just mentioned and help me build my craft, you know. But yeah, really, they've been there for me recently, and we've all kind of been there for each other. And yeah, I think we definitely got some shit in the works. You know, everyone of them I just mentioned is really talented, really special person, and I'm glad that I've gotten in contact with him recently. And other than that, my shout out would be Chelsea till the end and Levi right here. For real. This, like you saying, he got his brother sleeping out in the room. My brother is sleeping in his apartment right now, like my actual blood brother, but this is my brother, like for real.
Hell yeah. All right, let me plug the YouTube and everything else, and then you guys get the last word. All right, everybody go hit the YouTube subscribe button. Go to the Twitch, go to the Instagram. You know what to do. Check out the bio for the artist information. You're going to find all that information on there. And then, yeah, take it away, Levi Ryan and Elijah.
I'll let you go first. I'm gonna probably say some stupid shit, to be honest.
I got nothing else to say. So
Yeah, honestly, I'm saying I've got nothing else to say. Honestly, I think the secret to life is held in these two, this bottle and this can right here. This right here, people gonna shit on. I don't care how many motherfuckers tell me that this is a high schoolers drink or you drinking some bullshit. This shit has never let me down. It's never gonna let me down. The orange fucking Mad Dog 2020.
oh, who put you onto that shit?
We fucking found. Oh, we found it together.
I put you onto that
No,
shit. No, you shut the fuck
no,
up.
no,
I
no.
put
We
you onto
found
that
it.
shit.
No, hell no. But also, before that came into our life, this right here, this Lone Star beer right here.
Rest in peace to
Many,
everyone that don't live in Texas.
yeah, many nights, many fucking nights, more than I can count, more than I could count in my fucking dreams, have been salvaged, saved. The bonds that have been made over this can right here. I owe everything to this goddamn can right here, bro. Seriously. Nah, I'm bullshitting. Honestly, the only thing I would really say to people, I kind of said in the last interview or some shit, like my biggest fear in life is always having regrets, or especially if it's something that I wanted to try. Like, I don't know, I don't want to. I want to die and be a nobody. I don't want to be on my fucking deathbed and have regrets. You know, if it was even the smallest fucking thing. Should I have talked to this person? Should I have tried this one fucking thing? You know, it takes not a whole lot. Some things sure maybe might take a little bit more effort, but like it takes not that much fucking effort to just try some shit that even you have a slight interest in. Just fucking try it. Like you never fucking know. So just give yourself a shot. Honestly, is my real last piece of advice. But also, if you're in Texas, get some Lone Star. If not, maybe ship it out. If you're in the States, I bet you can probably get it shipped to your door. But yeah, that's about it for real.
Hell yeah. Peace, everybody. Thanks for watching.
I'm